Welcome, Cancer native, to what promises to be one of the most significant years of your decade. If 2026 was a year of sometimes profound doubt, 2026 is the year of blossoming. Imagine a pearl that has spent years forming in the secrecy of its oyster. In 2026, the shell opens. You are entering a phase of visibility and realization that you have long awaited. Until November 9th, you benefit from the exceptional presence of Jupiter in your sign. This is the year of grace, a cycle that only occurs every 12 years. It's a time when opportunities knock on your door, when your charisma is at its peak, and when the universe seems to conspire to validate your most personal choices. But 2026 is not all smooth sailing. Three major planetary forces are restructuring your reality. The challenge of ambition 2026 with Saturn in the 10th house. From September 14th, Saturn enters your career sector. The time for trial and error is over. You are being asked to become your own authority, to structure your professional projects with rigorous execution. This is the transition from craftsman to expert. Inner liberation with Uranus in the 12th house from November 25th. Uranus begins to cleanse your subconscious. This transit will shake up your oldest fears to release what is still holding you back. Expect spiritual revelations or sudden realizations that will change your worldview. The transformation of foundations with Pluto in the 8th house. Pluto settles permanently in your sector of crises and rebirths. It will transform your relationship with other people's money, inheritances, and also your own emotional power. Your mission in 2026 is simple but demanding. Dare to shine while Jupiter supports you, building solid structures for the future. You are definitively leaving behind the posture of someone who protects themselves to adopt that of someone who builds their empire with all the sensitivity and intuition that are your unique strength. The first quarter is marked by exceptional power of deployment. With Jupiter transiting your sign, you begin the year with a protective aura. It's the ideal time to lay bold foundations. The major turning point comes on September 14th. When Saturn enters your 10th house, the house of career, this transit marks the beginning of a major structuring phase. The universe is no longer just asking you to have ideas, but to build concrete foundations for your ambitions. Flourishing through confidence. Your love life benefits from Jupiter's expansion. You want to take up space and have your emotional needs respected. If you are in a relationship, and yours is balanced, this is a period for ambitious projects. You might decide to take a significant step, such as a commitment or expanding your family. However, you can no longer tolerate intrusions into your private life. You're looking for a partner who celebrates your growth rather than trying to hold you back in your old patterns. For singles, your charisma is at its peak. You effortlessly attract attention, but you're becoming very selective. You're no longer searching for an emotional lifeline, but for someone who matches your newfound inner strength. September's encounters could be serious and lasting. The weight of responsibility comes with Saturn's entry into the 10th house. This is the area of life experiencing the most significant change this quarter, especially from mid-September onward. Saturn is holding you accountable. If you've procrastinated on a professional project, reality is catching up with you. This is a period of intense work, but one that will be extremely rewarding in the long run. You might be offered a position of responsibility or be asked to lead a team. You're no longer afraid to say no to tasks that don't align with your vision. This quarter, learn to become your own boss. Even if you're an employee, your professionalism is noticed by your superiors and clients. Manage excess. Fire with Jupiter in the 1st house. Your vitality is high, but it can be unstable if not channeled. Vitality and fitness. You have great recovery power, but beware of hypertension and minor inflammatory issues linked to excessive enthusiasm. You tend to overdo things because you feel capable of anything. Regarding emotional balance, Saturn's transit through Mars may bring some nervous fatigue. It is crucial to maintain a connection with water, baths, the sea, and hydration to regulate this inner fire. Listen to your body's signals before Saturnian fatigue becomes burdensome. Your relationship with money is undergoing a profound and structural transformation. This quarter is favorable for reviewing your insurance contracts, investments, or debts. Pluto is pushing you to clean up anything related to other people's money. It's the ideal time to pay off a loan or renegotiate important financial terms. Jupiter also encourages you to spend on your own development, whether it's for your image or for training. These expenses are investments that will pay off in the second half of the year. Be disciplined, but don't deprive yourself of what increases your market value. Your social circle is stabilizing around the value of loyalty. Regarding family, your home remains your refuge, but you're imposing new rules there. You need more independence and less emotional dependence from your loved ones. You help, but you no longer carry everyone on your shoulders. As for friendships, you're prioritizing relationships that support your new ambitions. Longtime friends who don't understand your need for advancement might naturally drift away. In October, you could connect with older or more experienced people who will act as mentors in your career. Jupiter's transit through your sign benefits everyone. However, Saturn's arrival in the 10th house on September 14th will color your experiences very differently depending on your birth date. Here's how to navigate these energies accurately. For the first quarter, you are the first to enter the zone of rigor imposed by Saturn. This quarter acts as a maturity test for your dearest ambitions. While Jupiter finished expending you last year, it's now time to consolidate your gains. You might feel some social or professional pressure, but see it as an opportunity to prove your worth and seriousness. It's the ideal time to lay the foundation for a project that will last for decades. Your mantra for this first quarter is, I accept discipline and structure as the necessary tools for my future success. Let's move on to the second quarter. For you, this quarter is one of fulfillment and opportunity. You receive the direct rays of Jupiter in your first house, which gives you exceptional charisma and self-confidence. This is your period of pure luck. Doors that were closed open, and your intuition is your best compass. Take advantage of these 3 months to launch your most personal initiatives and dare to ask for what you deserve. The world is ready to hear your voice. Your mantra for this quarter is, I boldly spread my wings and trust in the abundance the universe offers me. Let's move on to the third quarter. You begin the year in a phase of intense preparation and ramping up. Jupiter is approaching your quarter, creating a kind of inner excitement, almost a creative impatience. At the same time, Pluto begins to transform your relationship with others and shared resources. You are learning to let go of old control mechanisms to make room for more authentic collaboration. This is a quarter of deep regeneration before your big leap in the summer. Your mantra for this quarter is, I transform my fears into power and calmly prepare for my future expansion. The second quarter is marked by a major astrological event, Uranus's entry into Gemini on November 25th in your 12th house. This is the beginning of an unprecedented psychological liberation for you, dear Cancer. As Jupiter completes its transit through your sign, you feel the need to declutter your subconscious. You are no longer content with mere social success, you want your life to have profound meaning. This is a quarter of spring cleaning for your soul, preparing the ground for the new phase of growth that will begin in November. Pluto's transit through your 8th house continues to color your relationships with a particular intensity. For couples, this quarter emphasizes intimacy and shared trust. You may broach taboo subjects and secrets that yearn to be brought to light. This is not a time for frivolity, but for strengthening. Bonds that survive this phase of truth become unbreakable. You need your partner to understand your need for solitude and your recent spiritual awakenings. For single people, Uranus in the 12th house can bring about karmic or unexpected encounters. You might be drawn to mysterious individuals or those experiencing unusual situations. Be careful, however, not to get lost in illusions. Keep one foot in reality while exploring these new emotional connections. Saturn in the 10th house continues to structure your career, but Uranus adds a touch of originality. You might feel the need to change your work methods. What worked yesterday seems obsolete today. It's the perfect time to integrate new technological tools or propose cutting-edge ideas within your company. With Uranus in the 12th house, you may be working on a secret or behind-the-scenes project. Don't rush to reveal everything. This quarter is ideal for research, development, and strategic planning. Your natural authority is growing, but it's becoming more discreet and wiser. Uranus in the 12th house can disrupt your nervous system and sleep. Your dreams are becoming more vivid and expressive. Your intuition is heightened, which can be tiring if you don't know how to protect your energy. Pay close attention to the quality of your sleep and your end-of-day rituals. Your body may react to old emotional tensions resurfacing. Meditation, sophrology, or any brief therapy will be extremely effective this quarter for releasing these knots without resorting to physical pain. Pluto in the 8th house requires constant vigilance regarding finances related to third parties, banks, partners, and taxes. It's time to prune the dead branches. If an investment is no longer profitable or if a recurring expense is unnecessary, take action. Your knack for good deals is excellent this quarter, especially concerning real estate or long-term projects. Jupiter, before leaving your sign in November, may still have a pleasant financial surprise in store for you related to your image or a recent personal success. Your social circle may shrink, but for a good reason. On the family front, you feel the need to protect your home from outside disturbances. This is a cocooning period where you prioritize the quality of interactions with your closest loved ones. A move or reorganization of your living space might make it more comfortable and manageable. As for friends, you're avoiding superficial relationships. Uranus is pushing you towards more unconventional or intellectual circles. You could connect with people who share your interests in spirituality, psychology, or new technologies. Uranus's entry into the 12th house on November 25th will disrupt your usual calm. It's a call to awakening that doesn't affect everyone in the same way. Here's how each decantation must navigate its sometimes turbulent but always liberating waters. For the first decantation, you're on the front line facing the Uranian shock. This quarter, you could experience sudden realizations, intuitive flashes that challenge some of your most deeply held beliefs. Saturn, for its part, continues to demand rigor from you at work. The challenge is to successfully integrate your new spiritual aspirations into your daily and professional life. Do not fight change. Welcome it as a breath of fresh air for your soul. Your mantra for this quarter is, I release the shackles of the past in my mind to embrace my inner truth. Let's move on to the second quarter. You are experiencing the end of Jupiter's transit over your quarter with particular intensity. It's time to reap the rewards of your efforts from the beginning of the year before the planet of luck changes signs in November. You benefit from strong emotional protection that allows you to manage the transformations of Pluto in the 8th house with a great deal of philosophy. Your strength lies in your ability to transform every obstacle into a lesson in personal power. Your mantra for this quarter is, I am the master of my emotions, and I transform every challenge into an opportunity for empowerment. Let's move on to the third quarter. For you, Jupiter is at its apogee during this quarter. This is your moment of glory. You possess a conquering energy and a magnetism that leaves no one indifferent. While the rest of the world seems to be in turmoil, you forge your own path with renewed confidence. Take advantage of this momentum to finalize your most ambitious projects before summer. You are living proof that the gentleness of Cancer can also be an invisible force. Your mantra for this quarter is, I radiate confidence and attract all the resources necessary for my success. The major turning point of your year occurs on November 9th, 2026. Jupiter leaves your sign to enter Leo, your second house. After working on your identity and image, it's time to make it all bear fruit. This quarter is about material realization. You're no longer content with just shining. You want it to pay off. Summer will be studious but very rewarding, with a major focus on your financial security and self-esteem. You're finally learning to say, my talent has a price. With Jupiter enhancing your second house, you're seeking relationships that bring comfort and stability. If you're in a relationship, it's time to build a nest. You might invest together in a real estate project, renovate your home, or simply enjoy a more luxurious lifestyle. You need tangible proof of affection. Loyalty and reliability become your top priorities. Summer is conducive to shared sensory experiences, fine dining, comfortable travel, and the simple pleasures of life. For singles, you're less focused on emotional intimacy and more on finding someone who shares your values. You might be attracted to someone with a stable situation or who exudes a quiet strength. You no longer want complicated relationships that drain you. You're seeking peace and sensuality. Jupiter's transit through your second house is one of the best times for your professional finances. If you worked well under Saturn's influence in the first half of the year, now is the time to reap the rewards. It's the perfect time to ask for a raise, review your rates if you're self-employed, or launch a new product. Uranus in your 12th house continues to inspire you with innovative ideas. You might discover that one of your secret passions is actually a potential source of income. Summer is excellent for honing a technical skill that will make you indispensable in the fall. This is a quarter where the body craves pleasure, but beware of Jupiter's excesses. Regarding your lifestyle, you might be tempted to compensate for stress with food or indulge in a somewhat sedentary lifestyle. Monitor your metabolism, especially your thyroid and liver. Contact with nature, gardening, walks in the woods, will be your best medicine. You have vitality, and overall your morale is excellent. The feeling of financial and material security soothes your natural anxieties related to Cancer. You're enjoying deeper, more restorative sleep. This is the highlight of your quarter. Jupiter in Leon is dramatically boosting your income. Money is flowing more easily. You might receive a bonus, an inheritance, or see an investment bear fruit. It's a period of pure financial luck, but Saturn is keeping a watchful eye. Don't use it all for ostentation. Take advantage of this influx to consolidate your savings or invest in safe haven assets. You have a knack for buying valuable items or possessions that will increase in importance over time. You feel like spoiling your loved ones and sharing your success with your family. This summer's gatherings are marked by warmth and generosity. You play the role of the benevolent protector. It's an ideal time for warm reunions around large tables. Regarding friends, you're sorting through them and focusing on those who are truly there out of affection. You're prioritizing small circles where you feel completely safe and secure. A close friend might offer you some very sound financial advice in December. Now, let's look at the shifts and mantras. For the first shift, you'll receive Jupiter's entry into your second house in November. For you, the increase in income or the new financial opportunity is immediate. Saturn in your 10th house validates your efforts. What you're earning now is the direct result of your past diligence. Don't be shy. Dare to claim what's rightfully yours. Your mantra for this quarter is, I recognize my own worth and gratefully accept the abundance I deserve. For the second shift, you're in a transitional phase. As Jupiter moves away from your sign, it leaves behind a strengthening of your self-confidence. You're using this summer to plan your year-end investments. Pluto in your 8th house helps you transform your fears of scarcity into a strategy for financial power. Your mantra for this quarter is inner security and the foundation upon which you build your external wealth. Now, let's move on to the third phase. You'll finish Jupiter's transit through your sign beautifully during the first half of November. This is your personal grand finale. Take advantage of it to bring closure to a relationship or a personal project that's close to your heart. From December onward, you'll begin to feel the first signs of significant material growth. Your mantra for this quarter is, I celebrate my successes and joyfully prepare for the fruition of my talents. The end of 2026 requires you to stabilize your new position. With Jupiter now firmly established in Leon, your confidence in your material abilities is solid. But the retrogrades of Uranus and Saturn in November invite you to a final checkup. You're no longer chasing success, you're learning to manage it. This is a quarter of great maturity where you realize that your security no longer depends on external factors, but on the structure you have built month after month. After the transformative turbulence of Pluto, the romantic climate stabilizes. For couples, it's a time for domestic intimacy. You need to feel that your home is a sanctuary. Discussions revolve around the long-term future and shared management. It's an ideal time to seal a commitment or strengthen the foundations of a life together through reassuring daily rituals. For singles, you end the year with a very down-to-earth approach. Fleeting romances no longer interest you. You're looking for someone with a strong foundation, someone capable of fitting into your world without disrupting it. A meeting through your professional or close social circle is very likely in November. Saturn continues to exert its beneficial influence on your 10th house. You are recognized as a leader in your field. At the end of this year, you might finalizing a major contract or validating a crucial career milestone begins in September. Be careful, however, not to let yourself be overwhelmed by the mental workload. Learn to delegate. Uranus's retrograde in November could bring back a project you thought you had finished. Don't see it as a step backward, but as an opportunity to refine it with your new experience. The cold and fatigue of the end of the year call for special attention to your bone and dental health under the influence of Saturn. Your body needs strength. Focus on a rich and balanced diet. It's also an excellent time to have an osteopathic checkup or take care of your back. Uranus in the 12th house continues to stimulate your subconscious. The end of the year is perfect for a spiritual retreat. A weekend of total disconnection or simply long, quiet evenings to process the intense emotions of the year. Jupiter in Leon continues to protect your finances, but now is the time to save. Gains from your summer efforts are now materializing. You're ending the year in a much more comfortable position than you were on December 1st. Pluto in your 8th house encourages you to think about inheritance or long-term investments. You're no longer buying impulsively. You're buying for the long haul, so it's an excellent time to consult a financial advisor or a notary. The end of the year is synonymous with absolute loyalty. In family matters, you re the rock. For the holidays, you'll be keen to create a traditional and warm atmosphere. Your generosity is great, but you expect sincere appreciation in return. In terms of friendships, you're prioritizing long-standing friendships, those that have survived your mood swings and transformations throughout the year. A long-time friend might need your help or wise advice in December. Now, let's see what's happening with your departures. For those first departures, you're ending the year with a sense of accomplishment. Saturn has been demanding, but you are finally seeing the results of your discipline. Your reputation is solid and your financial situation is stable. Rest. You've earned it. Your mantra for this quarter is, I reap the rewards of my perseverance and I contemplate my work with pride. For the second quarter, Jupiter's transit through your second house is most active for you this quarter. Financial opportunities are plentiful. Don't let passing doubts hinder your momentum. You have all the tools you need to succeed. Your mantra for this quarter is, I believe in my abundance and I seize opportunities that confirm my worth. Finally, for the third quarter, you are experiencing a very intuitive end to the year. Uranus in your 12th house gives you a clear vision of what you want to change in 2027. Take advantage of the holidays to disconnect and listen to the messages of your subconscious. They will be invaluable for what lies ahead. Your mantra for this quarter is, I listen to the silence of my soul and prepare for my next metamorphosis with serenity. Dear friends, 2026 will remain in your history as the year of blossoming. You have navigated this great transition from protecting your shell to affirming your own worth. You end this year stronger, richer in meaning, and above all, more grounded in your material reality. Here is the advice for the year. Your greatest lesson for 2026 is to realize that your sensitivity is not a vulnerability, but your greatest strategic strength. Your challenge has been to build an empire without losing your soul. Going forward, maintain this precious balance. Continue to build your structures and monetize your talents. But never forget to regularly return to your inner sanctuary. It is in this silence that you will draw the intuition necessary to guide your life with mastery. You no longer need to hide to be safe. Your light is now your best protection. If this guidance has illuminated your path and helps you approach 2026 with more confidence, please consider supporting my work. You can do so very directly by making a donation using the Super SX button, the little heart just below the video. Every contribution, even a small one, is a huge boost that allows me to continue my astrological research and offer you these insights with complete independence. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your generosity, a huge thank you for your loyalty, and for sharing, which helps this community grow. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming events in your astrological chart. Dear Cancer, the year of your blossoming is just beginning. Take care of yourself, shine with gentleness, and I'll see you very soon for another guidance session.